Everybody's good. All right, take a moment to pose real quick. Notes. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So September 10th, an historic event is going to take place here in Fairfax, Virginia. Sunday, September 10th, 12 to 4, will be at the Adaptive Fitness Legion's annual summer picnic. But at 2 p.m., we are going to highlight for the first time ever an adaptive boxing event that the DPI Adaptive Boxing Club will be representing. This is going to be the first time ever done in the nation. Very exciting. These fighters, they've completed waivers, they've completed health physicals, they've had adaptive measures that have been taken so that everything can be scaled to evenly match up this demonstration of adaptive boxing. Our hope is that we're going to bring more attention to this great sport and get more adaptive fighters to follow the standards that we've completed for safe adaptive boxing for competition. These fighters have completed a 6-week training camp. They've watched and studied film. They've dedicated hours to conditioning to demonstrate what skilled adaptive boxing looks like. We're excited to host and demonstrate what we hope is the first of many adaptive boxing events. We start by introducing myself and the teams, including the coaches and the corners who will be working this event. My name is Devon Palermo. I'm the head coach of the DPI Adaptive Boxing Club. But for this event, I'm going to serve as the MC, the referee, and this is all in an effort to maintain neutrality and to my own fighters and make sure that we have this on as even a playing field as possible. We have Catherine K.O. Montgomery, who's an adaptive boxer and ambassador. She will be serving as our ring card, as our ambassador of adaptive boxing sport for that day. So any questions can be sent to her. You can meet up with Catherine K.O. ringside on the day of the event. There will be 2 teams on match day, the blue team and the red team. The blue team, with head match day coach Jose Antonio Barreto, and the blue team corner and adaptive boxer in attendance today is Russell the Technician Torres. The red team, with head match day coach Jose Angel Barreto, and red team corner and adaptive boxer in attendance today, Claudia Little Tyson Palacios. Lastly, the co-main event fighters, representing the blue team, Stephanie Savage Moore, and representing the red team, Ramses Visible Routier Jr. I'm going to start with the co-main event and the corners first, and then we'll move on to the main event. First off, how you fighters doing? Good? You're excited? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to start off with a question, or actually ask what your thought is on this. Now, recently, the red team corner, Claudia, she had this to say of her fighter Ramses. And I'm going to direct this to you, Savage, and to you, Russell, the Technician. She said, watching him putting on his hard work and never quit, it speaks volumes. His presence is going to be known in the ring when you see him. That's why they call him visible. Thoughts?
I can agree with that. He's my stable. So I've seen him grow for the time being that I've been here. And I'm honestly looking forward to demonstrating this sport across from him.
Very good. Okay. Moving on to what the blue team corner had to say. Russell Technician Torres says about Savage. I'm going to direct this to Claudia and Ramses. When she first came into the gym and she expressed her interest in adaptive boxing, she had the willingness to learn about the sport and a desire to excel in it. In the few months since she began training, you can see the improvement after each clinic. How do you think that that's going to serve her on match day?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna see really good conditioning, really good skill. So it'll be matched. You'll see a good matchup, and I'm psyched to see it because I'm proud of my stable. So I know you're gonna see some good skill in that ring.
Okay. Claudia, any thoughts to add on that?
I agree also, I believe both of them put some good hard work, and I can't wait to see a good match.
Okay. Now, how about for anyone in the audience that, that says, well, hold on, there's a female fighting a male? Like, what's your response to that, Savage?
We were put together based on our disabilities and skill level. We're both trained the same way. We're both adapted it to our ability level. And so given that we are trained at our specific levels, the fact that he's a male and I'm a female is irrelevant at this point. We both have the training where we will recall our training in the ring, and it's just a demonstration. We're not out to cause any harm to one another, and we're going into this with that mindset. So I have no worries, and nobody should.
Ramses, anything to add on that?
Oh, no, she said it perfectly. I mean, this is a demonstration at the end of the day, and there's no thought process here that I'm looking to hurt anyone, especially my own teammate.
So speaking on that, like you guys are mentioning that you're coming from the same stable and you're the same team. You know, traditionally stablemates don't fight each other. They fight other clubs or other stables. Why are we fighting each other? Why is this stable having to fight each other? Savage.
Because nobody's brought it yet.
Oh, I like it.
We're looking for people to bring it, but our goal here is to demonstrate the skill of the sport. We want to show people that this can be done and it's perfectly safe for everybody to do it. So unfortunately or fortunately, I look at it as a benefit because I know I can trust my stable. We have to fight each other first to demonstrate the sport, but after that, bring it.
Like it. Okay. Ramses, your thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely feel that it's necessary for us to show that we all have this type of skill in our stable so that everybody can know we're not just out here looking to brawl. We're out here looking to be safe, and we're out here looking to be technical and skillful, and that's what you're going to see. So I don't see any issue going against my stable.
Nice. And so just for the record, so that those that are watching or maybe watching know, what diagnosis or what disabilities are we working with here? Savage
I have spina bifida.
and Ramses.
Oh, I have primary progressive multiple sclerosis.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna direct this next statement that was said from the opposing team's coach to Claudia, and just to get your thoughts on it, knowing your fighter. But Coach Jose Angel, who is the match day coach for the blue team, he says of Stephanie Savage Moore that she's relentless and she's a hardworking fighter whose dedication to the improvement of her game is unparalleled. Savage is constantly pushing her limits, and her unwavering commitment to improving her technique will set her apart from Visible. Savage's commitment and care for her progress has been an inspiration. I'm very proud of the work she's put in, and her future in boxing is bright. What are your thoughts?
I would agree. Savage has put good hard work. Seeing her since day one, always asking questions on how she improved and just putting in hard work, and especially from traveling far as she does. So
How far do you travel?
that's a good commitment right there.
I drive 2 hours to get here on a clinic every week.
Okay.
But it's worth it.
All right, moving on, and then I'll do one more question to everybody. This is to you, technician Russell, Coach Jose Antonio. I mixed that up. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the red team coach said of his own fighter that Ramsey's ability to learn and adapt quickly is going to be a huge advantage on fight day. Visible will use his long reach and his straight punches to take control of the fight and outwork his opponent from the opening bell. His determination and relentless attack is going to see him through on Sunday.
That's a valid assessment. by him. I mean, myself having, shared the ring with him, I've, been a witness firsthand to that reach and, you know, that, everything that he talked about in there. But what separates him from his opponent here to my left is that, you know, she'll be able to see everything that's coming her way and, use those skills that she learned to kind of, you know, not be there to get hit. So you'll see a good, display of that also on Sunday, and I look forward to it, and I think it'll be very entertaining.
Very nice. One more question. I'll just briefly get you all to answer, but I'll start with you, Russell. What message do you have for any other adaptive fighters out there that may be interested in doing this?
It's not only is it a good exercise, a good workout, but the benefits to it are just something that even myself couldn't even come to imagine, having recovered from or suffered a stroke 3 years ago, and being able to do the things that I do here in the boxing club is just something that I never thought would be possible. And for me, it's just, you know, very beneficial, and for anyone really with some coming back from any type of disability or ability level, even, it's just it's a good workout. It's fun in the process.
Okay. Claudia, what message do you have for any adaptive boxers out there?
My message would be, if you're looking for a good stablemates, I got great ones here, regardless of what kind of skills we have. You know, we have a lot of respect for each other, and we learn from each other. You know, we have that trust, and that we won't, you know, go out and kill each other. So we have that great respect for each other. So I really enjoy that. And they're not just stablemates, you know, we're family, we're friends. So I really enjoy it.
Ramses, let's say continue. What message would you have for any other adaptive fighters that want to get into the sport?
Say it just like Winston Churchill did. Those who don't make time for exercise will later be forced to make time for illness. Understand that if you have the want to do it, jump into it. We got plenty of space over here at DPI. Feel free to come over here. We got work.
And Savage, I'll leave it with you before we do our final face-off.
You'd have told me months ago that I would be in a ring box and I would have looked at you like you're crazy. But the benefits outweigh anything I've ever faced in my life. I have an extended family, but the sport itself, it benefits me more than physical. I'm working out. I'm working hard for the first time, getting true workouts in. My stablemates have told me, you know, this is a chess game. So cognitively, it has sharpened my skills to be more reactive and less reactive and more anticipating things and trying to think 2 steps ahead of my opponent. And it's so much more than just the workout. It benefits me in so many ways. And so if you're even a little bit interested, I would just say come try it out. See for yourself. You'll be pleasantly surprised like I was.
Very nice. Okay. So at this time, I'll ask the corners to step out. And I'm going to ask for the co-main event fighters to go ahead and we'll come right in front here, in front of the camera, and have you guys do your final face-off before you step into the ring on Sunday, September 10th.
We're gonna do it just like you would for a match day. So just kind of angle it. Face off.
Perfect. Face forward.
And
See you Sunday, September 10th. All right, we'll go to break. Everybody. We'll set up for the main event. Ramses, did you want me to stop yours? Oh, keep it on? Okay. Are you okay with that? All right.
They're coming back in.
No, this one is just the main. It was in my face.
I know.
It's all right. Oh, wow. Oh, I see it.
I was like,
I didn't notice the dog halfway through. I was like, what did I do? Come on. Okay, so continuing on, we're going to now introduce the main event fighters. As mentioned before, teams are separated into red and blue. So for the blue team, we have Kelly the Truth Simino. And for the red team, we have Joanna Real Deal Bonilla. Ladies, how are we feeling?
Great, feeling strong and ready.
Very good. Okay, so I'm going to start with reading what the blue team corner, Russell the technician, his thoughts on the truth, and I'm going to turn it to you, Real Deal, for a response. On the truth, he says, I just love the ring name she chose because it encapsulates the attitude and the work that she puts into her training. There's nothing about her approach that is a lie. Having shared the ring with her, I have quickly found out that boxing is something that she has a passion for.
Absolutely, well said. The truth is passionate about boxing since the beginning. She came in and knowing what she wanted to do, knowing what she wanted to grow on. Fundamentals have been growing tremendously since day one. She is a perfect person when it comes to fundamentals, gearing in to what she needs to do. So I think it's a wonderful statement, and I think the name fits her very, very well inside and outside the ring.
Okay. Kelly, I'll have you respond to this one. The red team corner, Claudia, Little Tyson Palacio, says of her fighter, Joanna, she never loses concentration. She's always focused. She's always asking of ways to get better, and she applies that instruction each and every time after it's given to her. Don't play with her because she is the real deal.
Yeah, Joanna brings the essence of what it means to be real. There's no part of who she is that is fabricated or is fake. And so certainly when she comes into training and to developing her skills as a boxer, she's going to do it with authenticity and do it with a sense of realness that she's there to progress and to make moves.
It's awesome that usually in boxing, there's a lot of like heat that's thrown between each other. But again, this is a stable of fighters. So we've learned with each other, we've grown with each other. So it's awesome to hear, you know, the responses that I'm hearing, given the feedback that you all have heard from your opposite corners and your opposite coaches. I'll go next to the blue team, and I'll have, again, look for a response from you, Real Deal. Coach Jose Antonio says of his fighter, Kelly the Truth Semino, that she's the epitome of grit and tenacity. That she's relentless. She relentlessly refines her punches, her technique, and her speed. She's a force of nature, and it's recognized with her electrifying speed and her bone-crushing power. He thinks that sprinkled with all of that, sprinkled with flawless reflexes, it makes her a terror in the ring. Her blocks and her defense have become so effective that they actually act as additional offensive weapons. He feels like his fighter, the Truth, is the champion in the making.
Absolutely. 1000% agree. She's my stablemate. I wouldn't expect anything else. We've been in this since the beginning, many years, practicing day in, day out. Of course, she's gonna be great at her talent. I wouldn't expect anything else, and that's what I'm gonna expect on Sunday. The Truth coming in, grit, ready to rock and roll. So yeah.
Kelly, the Truth, Coach Jose Angel says of his fighter, Joanna, behind that educated left hand, that features a jackhammer jab and nonstop combination punching. Joanna's the real deal, and she's ready to showcase her considerable talents. Her intensity and her work ethic during training are second to none, and he expects that it's going to be a hard fight, but that both fighters are really going to win on Sunday.
It's an interesting thing, training alongside someone you're gonna fight, knowing what Joanna consistently brings to the ring when she comes. She has that consistency, and she has the ability to execute at such a high level. And honestly, working in the same gym with her, that has pushed me week in and week out, especially during this training camp. We're not communicating with each other while we're practicing and training. We're not sparring each other, but seeing what she brings has made me work that much harder, because I know what it's going to take for me to have to come in a ring with her and be successful.
It's great. So speaking on that, I mean, again, both of you are giving each other great compliments on top of what your coaches, your match day coaches have seen. How do you feel like, I know going against each other as a stable is difficult, but do you feel like going against each other, you're going to be leveling up a little bit more, like in terms of what you bring?
Absolutely. You know, we're a part of the same club. Our main thing is to showcase what we're learning, what we've learned from our coach, what every stablemate has been working on. That's the purpose of Sunday, to level up. Let everybody know out there that we are the club that is going to bring it. We are the club that are waiting for everybody else to step up to the plate, bring boxing, so we can show what we're all about.
Any thoughts to add on that, Truth?
I think that on Sunday is an opportunity, and everyone in our boxing club takes on opportunity 100%. I don't take on anything I'm not willing to put 100% in. And I'm always out there to be my very best, and hopefully my very best is going to display something that is showing a very high level of skill and technical ability. I am going to bring all I have against the real deal. I think that is what is needed to truly show what this sport can become. We see the vision, and we want to be able to allow others to see what's possible when you can bring a bunch of hardworking people together.
So I guess, Joanna, I'll ask you, what would your response be to someone who, doesn't know boxing, is new to the sport, and they come on Sunday and they happen to see it, and oh my God, you're getting hit. Like, oh my God, like, what's your response to that?
Listen, boxing is about getting hit. But the beauty of this club is that we've learned to be safe. We've learned how to take punches. The number one thing about boxing is being safe, knowing how to do it, learning the sport. And so you're gonna get hit. In every other sport in life, you get hit one way or another. You trip over yourself, someone tackles you, you're gonna get hit. And boxing is a little bit more aggressive because you only got two people doing it, and you see it. But at the level that we're doing it, we're going to be able to protect ourselves, and it's point driven. It's not knockout driven or, all that craziness that professionals do, and we do enjoy seeing. But for us, it's about points and knowing how to block each other, and that's the purpose of it. Safety, safety, safety. When they come, and the first thing that I tell them, I'm gonna tell them that the first thing we get educated on is how we're gonna protect ourselves in every different level.
Truth, anything to add to that?
I mean, I think that we use those hits to learn and grow. It's part of the sport. You don't enter into a type of sport that's a combat sport and not expect to have that physical contact. And so when I'm training, I'm getting faster to do more punches. I'm trying to get stronger to make harder contact. I am training with the idea that I want to punch someone with skill and technical ability and can execute at a very high level. So I think the punches are the name of the game, because that shows the work you're putting into it, and the work's been put in.
Now, I will address, since I didn't say it in the beginning, we are doing amateur style fighting, so it's 3 2-minute rounds that each of these, the co-main and the main event, will be doing. That decreases the amount of blows to the head, that really allows for technique to be driven. You can't go in there wildly throwing punches, because that'll leave you vulnerable. So it is very amateur side, is very defensive minded. The point of boxing is to hit and not get hit. So it is, as mentioned before, human chess. You're trying to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. You try to react to it. You try to improve your timing. And again, it is points based on the amateur side. And again, that's what we're hoping to demonstrate. I'll end with one question to both fighters. I'll start with you, The Truth. For somebody who's watching that may be interested, may not be interested, what's your thoughts to them to get them to jump the fence or jump the gun to point?
I think for individuals with disabilities, we all already have an innate ability to fight inside of us. Each day we encounter challenges where we're making pivots and moves. What we expect a day to be like can turn in a second. And those things that we approach it, living with a disability, you bring to the ring and you apply it and make your skill better. And so if you're looking for a way to be active, to train in something, to be working towards a goal that's bigger than just you, the adaptive boxing world is in the making right now. It's a good time to get in, because we're just getting started.
Okay. Rita Bill, what would your message be?
Don't second guess yourself. If something in your stomach, that little spidey feeling that you get, is telling you, I really like it, I want to learn more, just sign up, do it. Not only our club, but hopefully there's a club near you if you're not local to Northern Virginia. Just do it, start it, don't be afraid, ask questions. It's just, you just gotta do it. Don't second guess yourself, and I think it'll take you a long way. And at least for our club, I know that we don't turn anybody away. We're here, as my stablemate said, we're a family. So we're gonna receive you with open arms, and what you put in is what we're gonna give back to you. So whoever is out there that wants to join, don't be afraid to reach out to us. We'd love to join us.
Great, thank you both. One final statement from me, and this is more on the coach's hat of this boxing club. These fighters have skill. They all are going to demonstrate it on Sunday, September 10th. But me as their head coach, I had a hard time initially matching them together for an event like this, because I know what comes with a boxing event, especially one that's under the lights like this. So my call out is to anyone out there that's interested in doing this sport, doing it the right way, to either reach out to us or figure out a way to go the process that we have done as well, in terms of your health physicals, in terms of learning the sport, learning the craft, learning the adaptive adjustments. And I'm going to call it out for all my fighters, because I believe you all so much, that we're willing to take on anyone if you match up evenly in terms of adaptive. These fighters are ready. We're ready for a competitive style matchup. I know that these fighters will bring it. So that's my personal call out to anyone that's interested in doing adaptive boxing, is these ladies and fighters before, and the corners, we're ready, so, step up. With that being said, we're going to go into the final face-off. These two ladies, the last time that the real deal and the truth will face off before they meet each other in the ring. Same way, let's go angle, yeah. This way, yeah. Right there. Right. Face each other. Very nice. Face forward. All right. We'll see everybody September 10th, 2 o'clock. Thank you, fighters. Yeah. We'll take a quick break and we have one interview we're gonna do.
You want your phone, Ramsey?
Should I leave it on my phone?
Whatever, oh,
I can leave it on my.
okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yes, oh, I'm sorry. Left you hanging. Do you wanna leave that one still, or do you want me to take that?
Yeah. All right, KO, you're right in the middle. Sorry, I'm leaving you alone on this. I'm gonna ask questions to the side.
She's a superstar, she doesn't need
Superstar.
extra.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, KO, Catherine Montgomery. You are going to serve as the DPI Adaptive Boxing Club's ambassador. The DPI Adaptive Boxing Club's ambassador and the ring card. What is your vision? What are you looking like? What are you looking forward to on Sunday, September 10th?
Just to seeing all my siblings show their best to the world, because we're the ones that are starting this. We plan to finish it. Hopefully, by everybody doing this, they will see how much fun and how much work adaptive boxing can be.
Very nice. Very well said. Now you've been in the ring with almost everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, that's here in the club. What are your thoughts on that first matchup between Savage and Visible?
They're all gonna do great.
That's very great. How about with the Truth and Real Deal?
That is going to be a matchup of one of a kind that only our boxing club can bring.
Very nice. Okay. And for the day of, when people are watching the event and they're being directed to talk to you, the ambassador of the boxing club, because everyone else is going to be in the ring. What's going to be your feedback to that person that's like, hey, this looks pretty cool. How do I get involved?
Anybody that wants to come. But you have to jump in with both feet to at least try it out first. But I guarantee you, if you come to try, you'll probably want to stay. And that's okay, because we will enjoy anybody who wants to come in.
It's awesome. Very well said. Thank you. Catherine K.O. Montgomery, the ambassador on September 10th, 2023 at 2 o'clock. All right. We look forward. That'll conclude the conference for today. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Okay.